All right, yay, day 5. I kind of cheated. I didn't get around to it yesterday, so it wasn't an actual 5 days in a row challenge, but I still did 5 days in less than a week, so I'll take it. I started day 1 with me rambling to you guys, and that's exactly how I'm going to end this journey. I'm going to babble. So, okay, lately I've been running into a lot of folks. They want to sell their home, whether it's because they've got no room, they're busting at the seams, or even the opposite, they're empty nesters. They have too much room. So they would love to sell their home, take advantage of the seller's market that we are still in. However, they're looking out there like, where are we going to go? So they don't want to sell their home because they're afraid they're not going to find somewhere to go. On the flip side, I've met people where they weren't even thinking about moving. And then all of a sudden, poof, their dream house hops on the market and they still have a house to sell. How are you going to get into a house if you still have a house to sell? It's going to be gone, yada, yada, yada. So people just kind of sit. I had a set of transactions that closed last week, and their situation was exactly like the second example that I gave you. So I'm just going to talk about that for a few minutes because it was a really cool story, and I was so excited to be a part of it. I met with a couple who owned a home and weren't even selling their home was not even on their radar. But all of a sudden, a house popped on the market, very unique property, and it was the home of their dreams, okay? And I even remember walking through the house with them and seeing her just looking around. I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know what we're going to do, but I'm going to get them this house. However, they wouldn't dream of selling their house unless they knew they had this house, okay? So we needed to figure out a way to get them under contract contingent on their current house selling without their house being on the market yet. Now, some people might have just said, yeah, I'm sorry, that's not how it works. But as I said a minute ago, the facial express, it had to be done. So, awesome real estate agents, we often get this bad reputation. The good ones, like myself, we want it to work out for everybody. We're not there to demand and yell and all that stuff. We want everybody at the end of the day to be happy. So, and I realized quickly that the listing agent for this home, she had similar she was like me in that sense. So we were able to make it work. And we also asked for a long closing date because I told my buyers, I'm not going to just stick a sign in your yard and, no, I need time to market it. I need time to get professional photos done, all sorts of stuff. So we got under contract. We got under contract for this awesome house. And then a week later, their house was on the market. I put it on the market strategically on a day that I knew most people would be viewing and the most amount of showings we can get for that house, right? So 2 days after, no, day 1, that's right, after it was on the market, the next day I met with a buyer that wanted to be in this neighborhood. He wanted this neighborhood. He wanted this house. This was the house for him. However, he was in the same situation as the sellers. He had a home to sell and he did not want to sell his house unless he knew he was getting that house. Whew. Talk about dominoes, contingencies. Wow. But again, what would make everybody happy? So, there was a little back and forth and I had to bring my lender in as well. Because we were coming up with different scenarios. So a shout out to Keith Johnson with Supreme Lending. He helped me get this deal done. But either way, we were able to get that buyer under contract with my sellers. Same thing though, long closing, because now I need to sell his house, but I need to get the photos done. I need to do this, that, and the other thing. And we were able to do it. And then he was under contract on his house 4 days later, above asking price. So all of these closed last week. All the parties and vendors involved were just absolutely amazing. We made it work. So the point of my last, well, actually I kind of like doing these videos, so maybe not my last one, but not every day. But the point of this is, if you don't think your situation is possible, don't think that. Because it may be possible. I'm not guaranteeing anything, but when I first got involved with all this, even I was like, oh my gosh, how are we going to make this work? What are we going to do? How are we going to do this? What are we going to do? But we all did it. And I know that everybody is extremely happy now. And look at me, I'm smiling about this. It was just absolutely amazing. So, again, if you are thinking about buying or selling or both, reach out, let's have a powwow. We can work through it. So, I hope everybody's having a wonderful Wednesday, and I don't think I bugged everybody too much, right? Over the course of these 5 days. But anyway, always feel free to reach out, whether it's through Facebook, my cell, 704-778-6959. You can also email kdraculich@kw.com. And of course, my website is kimsellsconcord.com. Have a fantastic Wednesday.